Hello, my friend. I'm so happy to be back with favorites and fails countdown this month. Lots going on in my life, so I decided to do the favorites and fails a little bit early. We did get a new member of our family yesterday, so she right now does not have a name. Her name at the place where we got her, they had named her Whimsy. The only one we can kind of agree on right now is Haley. She is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and she's about 16 weeks old, and she is just the sweetest little angel baby ever. Last night was our first night with her, and she did so good, and she's been pee-peeing outside already and everything, and she's so sweet. But this video is not about puppies. Unfortunately, this video is about makeup, so let's go ahead and get into favorites and fails right now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. She's looking a little sleepy, so we're gonna go ahead and let her go take a nap because she needs to get her little puppy sleep, don't you, baby? She's gonna go get her little puppy sleep, and we're gonna talk makeup. As you know, if you've been around for a little while, I am doing a hashtag not sponsored feature at the beginning of all of my favorites and fails video because it is a thing where some people are paid to put a product as their first product in their favorites video. Whether they genuinely like the product or not will depend on the individual influencer, but that is a thing. So in order to do something on the flip side, we are doing a hashtag not sponsored feature, and this month we are talking about MORE brushes, but it's not the actual brushes. What they're doing is they actually have a recycling program for old brushes. So what you do is you take your brushes that are either gently used or brand new, and you wash them, you send them to MORE, and MORE will work with TerraCycle in order to recycle your brushes. And then you get a discount on a future purchase with MORE. So not only are you doing something good for the planet, but you're also doing something good for your wallet. MORE brushes are some of my favorite brushes. That is not sponsored at all, but really and truly, you can get them at Walmart, but they are not like a low quality brush. They are a good high quality brush. They've been making brushes through their Royal and Langnickel parent company for decades, and they are one of the most respected brush companies for professional artists. For example, Kevin James Bennett worked with them to develop their Revolution line. He is an Emmy Award winning makeup artist. So it's a legit brand with a legit good brushes that is doing something legit for the planet. So I did want to mention that. I will leave all the information down below for you so you can check it out and send them your old brushes to be properly recycled. And now that we have done our hashtag not sponsored feature for this month, let's go into the worst product that I tried this month at number 10. So the worst product that I tried this month is not the worst product that ever existed, but it's just not great, and it's not what I expected. These are the Ulta lipsticks, and when I went to the store to purchase these, the woman who worked behind the counter said she absolutely loved them, and I was so excited. I was like, yes! The reason why I got these is because the first ingredient in these lipsticks is the same as the Jaclyn Hill formula and Bite Beauty lipsticks, Tom Ford lipsticks, and I was like, how awesome would it be to have an amazing lipstick formula that's similar to those formulas, because I actually liked the Jaclyn Hill formula until I found that there were things that weren't supposed to be in the formula in them. I actually really liked the way that they felt on my lips. I tried these. Unfortunately, they aren't a lower cost alternative. The shades are absolutely beautiful, but don't expect them to be anything more than a typical drugstore priced lipstick that is just of an average to lower quality. They don't smell good. They don't smell like Play-Doh. They just have that makeup-y smell. They don't have a good scent. There's a little bit of pulling when you put them on. They're not real smooth to go on. The colors are beautiful. They're very opaque. Lasting time is about the same as you would expect for a cream lipstick. They're just fine, and I guess I just had high expectations, and that's my fault. High expectations for them, but that's why they're at number 10. I really don't have any real horrible products this month, but this was definitely the worst, unfortunately. Number 9 is a product that was sent to me in PR. This is the Damn Girl mascara by Too Faced. I did bring this on my vacation with me. That I went on a 3-week vacation with my family, if you were wondering where I was. I did announce it multiple times, but not everybody has time to watch all my videos. I totally get that. So I get why some people didn't know, but I did go on my annual vacation with my family. That's why I wasn't here. So I brought this with me, and I am not a fan of this mascara at all. I will say that I like it about the same, if not a little bit better than the Better Than Sex mascara as far as the actual application of it initially out of the tube. Where I have issues with this is as it becomes a little bit older, it gets very thick. So it is difficult to get it onto the lashes without it looking all clumpy and weird. The other thing is when you pull it in and out of the tube, you can see it right there. See when I pushed it into the tube, hopefully you can see it. It pulls all this product on the outside ring, and that gets really, really messy, especially if you're putting on multiple coats. It just pushes the product out. Hopefully you can see that. I can see it, and it collects this ring of nastiness on the outside here, and it's wasting so much product, number one, and number two, it's making a huge mess. And that is a huge fail of this product. I love the packaging. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. You have to really push this in order to close it. If you have fine motor issues, you might have a little bit of trouble closing this. Using it, it's pretty good. Is it my favorite mascara formula-wise? No, it's not terrible, but it's really the waste that I don't like. Okay, before I continue, I just noticed that everything else that I'm about to show you is PR except for one thing, and I'll tell you when I get to the thing that I actually purchased. Everything else is PR. So this is the only skincare product that I wanted to talk to you about. This is the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I don't have a problem with this as a product. What I have a problem with is their marketing of it and not really telling people clearly how to use it, because this is gonna be very, very important. So you may be asking, what is the point of a product like this? Hyaluronic acid is a molecule that can absorb into your skin and pull moisture into your skin. It's called a humectant. There's other humectants like glycerin in here as well. But this is the thing, water is the first ingredient in here, so it's gonna have that water to pull into your skin, but I definitely recommend, like they say on their website, to splash your face with water, then use this, and that way you make sure you have plenty of water to put into your skin. But the most important thing about using this product is to make sure you top it with something called an occlusive. What that's gonna do, it's going to lock that moisture that the water that you've placed on your skin, the water in the product, it's going to lock that into your skin so that it doesn't evaporate as easily. If the hyaluronic acid runs out of water to pull into your skin, it's gonna start pulling from the lower layers of your skin, which you do not want. So it is a fantastic product if used correctly. Most moisturizers have some kind of occlusive in them. If you're not sure, there's a website called Skin Charisma. You can copy and paste the ingredient list of your favorite moisturizer in there, and it'll tell you straight up whether there's any occlusives in that product, and you want them to be in the first 5 to 7 ingredients for it to be good with this. So you just have to know how to use it to make it good. It's a good product, but I really feel like you have to know that information, and I don't feel like Good Molecules did a great job of explaining that before people purchase it. Number 7 are some products that are absolutely beautiful, but they're overpriced and they're messy. They are the Tarte Chrome Paints. They are so, so beautiful. Let me swatch the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today. It's on the inner corner of my eyes, and in the center of my eyes, I have another product I'm gonna show you. Actually, all over my eyes are products I'm gonna show you. It's really messy. It's like those L'Oreal ones where they give you the little stopper thing. You wanna make sure you use that, but just pulling that out, I've just made a mess all over my table. And then there we go, there's that, and then let's swatch. I've barely put any on my finger at all. That one is called Paradise Found, and then this one is incredible. This is called Wild at Heart. Whoa, okay, I put a lot more on my finger there, okay. And then we'll do a darker one. This one is called Unleashed. Oh, this one I actually tried to put a little bit of binder in it to try to make it not so messy. Didn't work so well, so take this one with a grain of salt. I'll do a double swatch because this one I kind of mess with a little bit, but just so you can see the shade. They're beautiful on the eyes. They are just this opaque foiled shine. They're incredible, but they're super messy, and they're $22 each, which to me is absolutely insane for a single eyeshadow. I would never pay $22 for a single eyeshadow. I think that's crazy. What I do recommend from Tarte is the finger paints that they have that are pressed. They're pretty much the same kind of formula, but they're in a pressed form, so they're not quite as messy, but you're still gonna get that really foiled, beautiful shine on there. And these don't crease on me. They're absolutely beautiful. And these palettes are expensive as well, but at least it's not as messy. So if you're looking for something like this, I definitely recommend them. Just be aware that there are some issues with them. Next is the product that I have tapped into the center of my lid. These are the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liquid Glitter Eyeshadows. If you were looking for a less expensive alternative to the Stila glitter eyeshadows, these are a fantastic option. They are so beautiful, and they are, I believe, more opaque than the Stila ones. This is the one I have on my eyes today. This one is called, it's number 4. It doesn't have a name on it. Let me see if I can look on the website and see. I believe this is called Guilty Party. It's what it looks like on the website. Let me just swatch it for you on my hand. I'll do the same thing. Just absolutely beautiful on its own or topped over another shadow. I'll swatch the other ones for you as well. I think this one is called Flashing Lights. It's listed as number 1 on the bottom of it. It's kind of a taupey brown. And this one's listed as number 7. It's a purple. And I don't see this one on the Ulta website, but it's just absolutely beautiful. One thing definitely to keep in mind though is while you're waiting for these to dry, you wanna kinda keep your eyes like this, especially if you have trouble with transfer like I do. Like right now, they're very, very wet. It takes a good 45 seconds for these to set, so keep that in mind. The other thing is you do get, or at least I get, glitter fallout underneath my eyes through the day. It's not awful. Like, I notice it, but I'm not sure if anybody else would notice it. But they're so beautiful, and they're a lot cheaper than the Stila ones, and I feel like they're just as good, if not a little bit better. Really, really loving these. Smack dab in the middle are some lip glosses that are new by Ofra. These are their new lip gloss formula. I've been using this one a lot. You can tell because there's a big bubble in the middle of it. They remind me a lot of the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the formula of them, in the way they feel. My only critique of the packaging is that a lot picks up on the doe foot. So you have to be careful to kind of wipe a little bit off if you feel like you've got a little too much on the doe foot. I'm just gonna put on. I don't have any gloss on. They feel so good on the lips. They feel amazing. Just a very light gloss. They're not super thick or heavy. They're not sticky at all. They're a nice addition, almost like adding a lip balm, but with more gloss onto your lips. They feel amazing. My only critique, because I have critiques of everything, is that the scent varies between them. So for example, this one smells really, really nice. It's got a nice sweet, like almost vanilla kind of scent, but when we get to some of the other ones, they smell more, I don't know, that one smells good. This one is called Sunshine. You don't really get a lot of the gold color in these. It's pretty clear. You get a little bit of a wash of gold if you're wearing it by itself. This one I love. This one's an Orchid. This one I don't think smells great. Yeah, this one just smells like a gloss. It smells similar to their liquid lipstick formula, but it's very, very nice. I'll swatch these for you too, just so you can see. I love this one. The Orchid one, I brought that one on vacation with me. Oh, love it. This is the one I'm wearing right now. It's very, very clear with just a tad bit of that peach color. And then this one, the orange, you'll see that it's not really, I mean, the orange pretty much completely disappears on the lips, on the skin. So definitely recommend this formula. I just feel like they missed the scent a little bit. If that doesn't matter to you, of course it's not gonna matter. And it doesn't really matter that much to me as long as they don't smell bad or off, which they don't smell bad or off. The formula is fantastic. Number 4 is a product I was gonna do a full review on, but I feel like it's kind of old at this point, and there's other things that I want to do full reviews on. This is the Strawberry Dream palette by Lunar Beauty. I did purchase this one. This is the one I was telling you about. This is something that I did not receive in PR that I did purchase. Okay, so there's a couple of things about this. First thing I want to tell you is that the matte formula is phenomenal. It's wonderful, and let me tell you why. Because you can put just a little bit of the matte color on and get a wash of color, but it doesn't look patchy. Then you can slowly build it up to whatever you like. I like doing that a lot with the shade Skyline. That's the one that I have on my brow bone. So I started real light, and then I just built it up in the outer corner just to give it that nice blend, that nice gradient of lighter application to like a darker, more intense color. So you can do that with all of the matte shades. They're absolutely beautiful. I do apply the shimmer shades with my fingertips fingertip, I find that to be the best application. On the outer corner of my eyes, I have Nightfall. Now, I do want to mention that this shade is very deceptive in the pan. Here it looks like it's going to be a deep purple, but when you put it on the eyes, it actually is quite red, and it's a little bit lighter. So keep that in mind, that that's a little deceptive there. The shade Storm Cloud is what I have in my outer corner. That one's really dark and absolutely beautiful and really nice to deepen up the outer corner, deepen up the crease. Now, my biggest complaint about this palette is the shade Blue Diamond. It is just a glitter mess. You can put it in your inner quarter, give yourself a nice glitter highlight. You can top it over other shades, but expect your entire under eye to be covered in glitter by the end of the day. I have not tried it with a glitter glue, so that's an option of something that you can do. Overall, just really, really enjoying this palette. I love the packaging. One thing that is really nice that you may not know, that I didn't know when I got it, is that this moon is raised up. I don't know if you can see. There you go. Now you can see it. See how it's raised, and then these clouds right here are raised, and then this is kind of set in. It's so, so beautiful in my opinion. I think Manny did a fantastic job designing this palette. It's so beautiful. The shades on the inside, you really have to get real with yourself for a minute. Get real with yourself. Are you gonna use these shades? I can use these shades. I really like them. I don't really use these shades down here very much. I have to admit, I've only done one look that I use these shades, and I think I did a different look with just a little bit of Pink Flash. They're a little intense for me. I mostly stick to these top shades up here, but I know I'm gonna get a good bit of use out of it. I'm really enjoying the formula, but there's definitely some things that I wish were just a little bit different. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are products that really caught me off guard, that I was expecting them to be kind of mediocre, kind of okay, and they turned out to be really, really good. So first is this palette by Milani. This is their Make It Glow Shimmering Face palette, and this is in Luminoso Glow. So it's based on their shade Luminoso, which is one of their best sellers, if not their best-selling blush. You get a beautiful color gradient from this darker, rich peach to this lighter peach and pink shade. I have this on my cheeks today. If you want to make it more of a highlighter, apply it with a fluffier brush. Like for example, I really like to apply these with something like this, this really fluffy, or something like this. This is actually preferred for me. And then I used this one right here and just put that on the tops of my cheekbones. Now for the blush, I use a more dense brush, something like this. This is the Units 110. This is a Beautylish brush. And then I just circled it and kind of pressed a little bit harder and really circled it in, and the shine kind of went away a bit. Really, really loving this, and the shade selection on it. I think this would be beautiful on so many different skin tones. Highly, highly recommend this. It's fantastic. Lasting power also is very, very good. Number 2 is another product that caught me off guard. I specifically asked Tarte, and I think I've said this a couple times in live chat, I specifically asked Tarte when they add me to their PR list, please don't send me any products that are older products, because my audience is interested in your newest, latest, greatest products, but they didn't listen to me, and they sent me their Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and I'm gonna eat my words because I really, really like this foundation. I never would have purchased this. I never would have had anything to do with this. I love it. And the reason why I love it is because it is a very nice light to medium coverage, which is my preference, and it gives a nice soft, subtle, satiny kind of finish. It's not overly dewy, it's not overly matte. I do have normal skin, so I don't have to worry about oil through the day or a lot of dry patches and things like that. But for me personally, this has been a phenomenal foundation. It goes on very, very easily. I don't have to worry about it caking up in my fine lines as long as I don't overdo it with the powder. It's just a wonderful formula. My shade is light neutral, and it's just been fantastic. My only thing is I'm not the biggest fan of the dropper situation. It's fine, but it's not my favorite way to apply. I mean, but I'm really nitpicking here, honestly. It applies beautifully with a brush. It applies beautifully with a beauty sponge. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then, finally, at number 1, we have the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara Waterproof. You have heard me for years raving about the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. They have now made a waterproof formula. I will tell you, I hate waterproof mascara. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it is because it's so difficult for me to remove. I don't like removing my lashes with my mascara. That is not fun. It makes me upset, and I don't like rubbing my eyes. Okay, so I had some sad things happen while I was gone. I went to a funeral. I don't want to get into it, but I did go to a funeral, and I wore this. I figured, you know what? While I'm going, I might as well test a mascara, right? Like, so I wore this to the funeral. I cried a lot. I did not rub my eyes, but this did not budge through all the tears. Did not budge. I've worn it on other days, on very hot days. Haven't had any problems with my mascara running at all. It's the Lash Princess formula. But if you have issues with mascara running, this is your girl right here. It is so stinking good and gives the exact same really, really good length and volume. I also tried recently the Tarte Big Ego mascara. This stuff blows that stuff out of the water, in my opinion, and that's what, 4 times the price, and it's brand new and everybody's raving about it. No, don't do that. Just save your money. It's amazing. I do want to show you the wand real quick. It is a straight wand, which is not my favorite wand, but it works very well. The bristles are very evenly spaced apart. They're not so far apart. They're not really close. They're just the perfect distance. I personally prefer like a curled mascara wand, but again, I'm nitpicking. The formula is magical. They just knocked it out of the park with this. And again, super easy to remove. Well done, Essence. You did great. If you have any thoughts about these products that I share with you, don't forget to share your thoughts in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the comment section down below. I would love to know what you think of these products or any favorites that you've been loving over the months of July and August. Let's catch up. Let's talk about these things. So that is it for my favorites and fails countdown for July and August. I hope that you enjoyed it. Got lots of stuff in here. I have so many other products that I want to share with you. I've been trying a lot of these lower cost skincare products, so I'm working on a review of that for you. I've got the Jackie Aina palette that I'm working on a review of that, the collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Working on that. Lots of beauty content coming. I know some people are saying that I've been doing a lot of commentary content lately. Totally true. Not gonna deny it, but review content is still happening and coming. I'm working on it. It just takes a little bit of time for me to produce those kinds of things because I have to do a lot of research to make sure I'm accurate. And that is not something I could get up to you this week, being my first week back from our vacation. But next week, it's on like Donkey Kong. Thank you so much for watching. Mad love to you. If you've not already subscribed, click the subscribe button down below before you go. If you'd like to hang out a little longer, YouTube is recommending a video for you right down there to watch. You can hang out a little longer, and I will see you in the video very, very soon.